Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Not gonna lie, I kind of love the attention.
Everyone loves to read about your life.
What's up, Dushui?
My mom warned me about friends like you.
A bit overwhelming.
Hey, I'm here for the ride.
Hello, my boy.
Man, you smell good.
As always,
and
come
look
on,
good
boy.
Again.
It's a special occasion, bro, because we've got a special guest in the building, of course. Absolutely.
One of pretty much my closest friend.
Oh my God.
The show. Hey, you're my close friend too.
Maybe you should
okay?
start a podcast with that person then. But anyway, man, listen, how's your week been anyway?
It's been good. It's been busy. Just working like the usual.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Just like, doing carpentry. For those who don't know, I'm the backbone of the country.
Oh my God.
So thank me later.
We'll all love a hardworking man.
Yeah.
Nah, but listen, my week's been, very, very busy too, man. But listen, I can't say I'm, working as hard as you are. Always coming in here,
Yeah.
got like some pieces of wood on your...
I can see those hands don't have calluses like mine.
Okay, now you want to insult me. Anyway, but listen, guys, we have got an amazing guest, an amazing show as always. But I must remind you guys that we are recording on Gadigal land. And hey, man, you ready, set, let's go.
Let's jump on in. So we have the one and only ballerina, Selina from My Sister MAFS. In
What's
the
up,
studio.
baby?
Welcome,
Hi,
welcome.
gentlemen. It's good to be here.
She said, hi, gentlemen. What's up, baby? How you doing?
Good. This is like so weird being here with you guys.
Oh,
I
is
feel
it?
like, just like, with the title Back to Reality, when we all came off post-show, we kind of all just, us three, I felt in particular, just clung together like a little tripod. Like we were each other's barnacles.
Oh, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
barnacles. I love that.
Yeah,
But it's so true, man. Because,
Yeah.
for some of you guys that don't know out there, like, we were, I'm the only one left at the MGMT, like, my management. But, we were all at the same management,
Yeah.
like, post-show.
Yeah.
And, we just got so close afterwards. And,
We did.
yeah.
It's a crazy world to navigate, and I'm so grateful I had you guys. Like, you guys,
man.
seriously,
Right
were my
back at you,
ride
baby.
and die,
Ah, thank
rocking
you.
out to all the movie premieres together, like,
Yeah. They were the best things to come out of the show.
I
the
swear.
free movies.
we'd be like skipping to them.
I'm
Like,
telling
it was
you,
so
man.
much fun.
I'm like, oh, man, what changed? Al got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Everything else is
Yeah,
the
but
same.
She
besides
came
that.
to one.
No, she did. She did.
She came.
She did. But no, we understand, the dynamic of the, trio kind of changes when love comes in. But
True.
Hey, I'm still
Yeah.
part of the trio, guys.
No, you are.
Don't count me out.
More like a duo, but I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, but we actually haven't seen you like in a little bit, girl. You've been busy.
Oh,
You've been busy.
yes,
We've been
yes.
seeing you on socials, doing your thing. But before we get
Yes.
into that, let's talk post MAFS. Okay.
Spicy.
Absolutely. Listen, because, obviously, this show is called Back to Reality.
Yep.
What's life been after?
Well, for me, I jumped straight back into work,
Mm-hmm.
into hairdressing, doing the 12-hour days back to back. And I did freelance on the weekends where I did weddings. That was my bread and butter, my personal business.
In Adelaide?
In Adelaide, yep. And then I worked like full-time in the salon. And it was just like quite confronting going back, dealing with those weddings, having to still be under contract and still wear my wedding ring. And obviously we all knew what happened in the end, but the audience didn't. So people were just like congratulating me, going, oh my God, like this day's finally happened for you. Like we're so excited you finally find love. And like I just had to grit through those like tears and just like hold it together.
baby.
And just feel like, yeah, I'm so happy right now.
Oh, because you can't tell them
Yeah.
what happens. You
Yeah,
can't be
so
on the
I'm
show.
like putting on veils on these beautiful brides and my freaking soul was like dying and being crushed on the inside.
I did not know that you still had to wear the ring and everything.
Yeah,
like,
we
that's-
had to pretend that we were still
Yeah,
together.
I remember that actually. That reminds me because I remember
Right.
even when obviously we finished filming ages ago, but the
Yeah.
show's airing like months later. But I had to wear my ring out
Yeah.
while obviously while I'm not with Samantha anymore,
Yeah.
but on the show when people are watching it at home and TV in the afternoons, that
Yep.
I'm with her. So I
Yeah.
wear my ring out, and then I remember people used to come up to me like, "Oh my gosh, are you guys still together? Are you guys still together?"
Yeah, and see that's out. Like I'm a hairdresser, so like cutting hair, like people see that it's right there. It's not like
Yeah.
you can't escape it.
Especially with like the clientele like that you would have like built like over the years. Like
Yes.
people have got questions, man. They're seeing
100%.
something shiny for the first time. They're like, what is going on?
Wait, do you
Yeah.
still have your ring?
I do actually. I was like, should I pawn it? But I'm like, it wouldn't go for much anyway.
Because I was actually thinking about pawning mine.
Yeah,
How
I
much
don't
do you
think we'll
reckon
get
I'll
much
get
for it.
Oh, I should have done a show after the show. Shit.
Maybe just see the value first and then come to me. We'll talk. I know a
No,
few
it
people in
won't be
Wollongong
much,
that
'cause
can.
I don't know if you guys know, but I was on a previous dating show before that. And the diamond that they actually gave us was valued at $10,000.
You're
Sorry.
kidding.
And then the guy ended up proposing to me, gave me the ring, got on his like knees and everything, and then ghosted me, and then ended up on Love Island season 2.
Hold up.
whole story is so
let's rewind
intertwined. All
that, baby. What previous show was it? What show was this?
The Proposal. But before that, I was meant to be on Love Island season 1.
Wow, the first Love Island.
Australia. Yeah.
Wow, so you could have been like dating Josh
So
Moss
either
now.
way, I would have,
you could have.
I would have met one of you through the timeline.
It was
somehow.
meant to happen.
It was all meant to be.
And
Trap hard.
so who were you with on Proposal?
Aaron
guy?
Shaw
Aaron Shaw.
proposed to me.
I know Aaron Shaw because Aaron was on Love Island, right?
Right, correct. He was on my show first and proposed to me, and then ghosted me, and then ended up going on Love Island.
What kind of?
Wait, so he proposed to you?
Yes, ring and all.
And you obviously said yes?
Yeah,
And then how... And then the wedding obviously didn't happen?
no.
Right, but it's a real proposal, right?
Yeah, it's so cringe.
Genuinely,
Thinking back to it now,
Proposed.
I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
and then ghosted you.
And then ghosted me, yeah.
Oh man, we're calling this motherfucker out right now. I am anyway.
Yeah, go talk to your friend.
Whoa. Okay, so when that happened, like,
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of like confused with the timeline. So you go on the proposal, you get engaged,
Proposed to, yes.
proposed to,
Yep.
yeah, okay,
Yep.
and how long before the season of Love Island?
Oh, no, so I can bring up my emails now.
Oh, damn,
I've got all the
receipts.
receipts.
Oh yes.
So I was approached out one night, ITV, right? So
Season one.
season 1, but because it wasn't a thing in Australia. Do you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like the first one. I didn't know what it was. So I was like, oh yeah. They approached me whilst I was out, and they were like, hey, are you single? And I was like, oh, this is like weird. Maybe they're going to introduce me to their weird cousin or something with no neck.
No neckhead.
I know what those days. And then the cousin just looks like a goddamn uncle.
Yeah.
Like a thumb.
That's one way to describe it.
And then, yeah, I applied. And then in the end, they only wanted me as an intruder, which was like something weird. It was like a 48-hour notice if they wanted you, and you had to drop everything and then go to Spain.
Oh, it's for Love Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So that boat sailed a long time ago. And then I had another Instagram message through Warner Brothers, and they were like, hey, we're actually doing we're the producers of Bachelor and Bachelorette, and we're actually coming up with a new show called The Proposal. Same concept, but it's like one episode per couple, per love story.
Okay.
And then, I went through the process of the auditions, and I ended up being the Bachelorette for my episode, if that makes sense.
Man.
Wow. So you must be doing something right, I feel like, in the interview processes, right?
I was so
You know what I mean?
desperate for love, and I'll take that. Like, I think
baby.
people could tell, like, I really wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proposal, Love Island, MAFS, like, yeah.
And that's
Because you get thousands of people,
100%, yeah.
trying to like get on these shows.
Yeah.
And you seem like you just smash them out. Like, how? Like, what do you
People
say?
can smell bullshit.
What do you say in the interview
You just have
process?
to be yourself and just be authentic.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
But like that's like the hardest thing, like because it's like you're trying to be your authentic self and
Yeah.
go on there for the actual, I guess like the base and the foundation of the show is love,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But everybody else has got like an ulterior motive, like which
no.
is they probably have like a business that they've like started like before,
Yeah.
and then they just want a little bit of clout to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Support that.
I was
and
very naive with that, though.
Do you think Aaron Shaw was going
Oh
for the right reasons?
100%!
that motherfucker.
No doubt, no doubt.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't throwing shade on you, my man, but that, but
Come on, hey,
nah,
Aaron.
boy, come on, yeah, man, come on, hey, Aaron.
Hey, respect though. Respectfully, if he had just told me, like, hey,
Yeah, man, just be honest.
something else came up, I'm going to go, to Spain to find love, I'd be like, cool, man. Like, good on you.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that he kind of like strung me along and then ghosted me, then didn't really say anything.
God damn.
That's what.
And like, like getting into, I guess, like that first show, like how did, because I'm talking from the perspective of my family,
Yes.
Africans are a little
Yes.
bit more, we're very straight
Yep.
180. And me going on TV, they were like, what is this? We don't do
Yeah,
this. It's
yes.
either uni
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying. So it's like you either a doctor, a lawyer, or you're a disgrace to the family.
I mean, we
chose last
talk
option.
about this all the time, you and I,
Absolutely.
because our cultures, I feel like, are very similar. And yeah, as much as I wanted to find love, I didn't go about it the conventional way that my family would have preferred. But yeah, I think that's what made my personal process harder because I didn't have that emotional support from my family.
How did they take that when you first told them? Or did you even tell them?
I mean, pretty rough, really. I mean, Mum was a good sport and she supported me throughout the first show and MAFS. But that was like on screen, like behind closed doors. I got the emotional beating of a lifetime. Like you can always count on an ethnic parent to just beat the living shit out of you in terms of like any emotional, like any self-esteem or like any little spark that you had.
My
you can
ass cheeks are
always
still purple.
trust- You can trust them to beat that out of you.
Damn. Okay, so you get on the show.
Yep.
And then you get off and MAFS.
Yeah.
How did you go now from, coming from the proposal to then breaking it down to him again that, hey, look, I'm going to go for a second run?
Yeah, I mean, just to break it down, I mean, that Love Island email was like 2019 and then the other one happened like a couple of years later. And I saw how like successful the couples were on season 1 of Love Island. And that's why I was like, like I feel like this is like the universe giving me a sign like to go for the proposal. And then years passed after that, plus COVID, then I went on MAFS. So just to let people know that there was a big timeline
gap.
in between
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I was also single for about almost 8 years.
Okay. And then, so obviously, how did you tell your parents you're going on the proposal, the first show?
Honestly, I can't remember because that was so long ago.
Did they take it sweet?
No.
Man.
It was the same, like what Taku was saying. It was like, like this is not what our people do. Like you're bringing shame to the family. This is embarrassing. Like, like you're selling yourself basically to like men.
So they'll heaps off you about going on the proposal.
Yeah.
And then going on MAFS. You're like, all right, Mom, Dad, I'm going on for a second round.
Yeah, I mean,
How did you break it out? How did you say it?
I just said it like everything else because if anyone that's followed my journey, I've done nothing to our traditional family norms. Like I left school early and did a trade. Like that's not considered normal in our culture, and not what they expected from me. So anything that I've always approached them with, they've always been like, oh, fuck's sakes. Like,
man. Oh, man. That's not... They've, and I'm talking, from, personal experience. It's a little bit hard, like kind of breaking that kind of new thing because it's like it's almost like teaching it's almost like teaching an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean? Because it's like they're so engraved in that cultural pathway of you work for the man, you work 9 to 5. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much your life set. You're gonna get married, you have kids, and that's it.
Yeah.
But our journey is so unique. You know what I mean? Because it's like we just really follow what the universe gives to us, right? But
So true.
then again, you kind of have to take that sacrifice of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I just really needed to make sure that I still make sure that our relationship, especially with me and my parents, was sweet. You know what I mean? Post show. How was your relationship after the show though?
it was not great. Like they didn't really talk to me after that. It was pretty rough because it was COVID still during that time.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't have the emotional support of my family, but in hindsight, thinking back, I've never had that. But the show, like Channel 9 and Endemol Shine, that's when they really shone through with the amount of support that they had. Like we had a resilience coach. I had 2 psychologists. I had one that I could go to and meet, like a tangible meeting with that person one-on-one. We had Teresa that we could call 24 hours. Yeah, so I was lucky that I had that support from them. And then, Elle, it was so cute. The whole process. Like, even though you didn't know what to say, you were still like, hey.
That is so Al's voice.
You were like, I watched last night's episode.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that bad between you guys.
Oh, man. But he was just there. Come on,
It
boy.
was fucked.
Hey man, and that's just and literally, and that just goes to show, man, like the importance of kind of keeping the same clique. You know what I mean? From
Yeah.
and like if you share like a similar experience, you know what I mean? Like you know
Yeah.
that they can definitely relate.
Yeah,
you know, man, props to
definitely.
you, boy, for looking after our girl.
No, she supported me so much. Like the show and
on.
everything. Brought so many laughs.
we
And
were
when I was
each
having
other's
trouble.
like crutches.
Yeah,
and
you were
because we
supporting me
both
so
were
much.
so similar. Like we hated the drama. There was so much drama and ongoing drama. Like we're just not. I don't know. It's just not in us to be like that.
Yeah.
So like we would always just be like, hey.
Yeah.
Reality.
Tell me this. I actually haven't actually asked you about when you were on the show. Like, was there anything that happened that we didn't see? You know,
Oh, heaps.
like something maybe that you feel like should have been shown.
It wasn't what was shown or not. I think for me, I was a bit taken back with people calling me out as a racist.
Oh, they're calling you racist.
Yeah.
Saying what you don't
So
like white
even
people.
my own people were just like, "You're racist for impersonating my mum." I copped so much hate for impersonating my mum, but I'm like, but that's how she is,
Yeah.
and that's not coming from a place of like looking down on her or my people or paying her out. Do you know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
no, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think you can be called racist if you're that race. You know
There's
what
a
I mean?
really fine line because like, it's really hard to explain that to someone though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And me explaining how, it's expected of my family expected me to, marry a guy that looks like Kim Jong-il that owns like 50 million hotels and like, be looked
Just to keep
after
up
in that way.
appearances,
See,
yeah.
Al's laughing because he knows
Yeah,
what the
because you know.
culture's like.
Yeah,
Is that what your mom said too?
Yeah, my mom wanted me a doctor. You
See?
want to be a doctor.
Yeah, that's what is expected. But I got called a racist for saying that because it's like deemed looking down on our people. But I'm like, I'm not though. That's
Yeah.
our reality. That's my reality.
I love that you said that they were trying to push for you to actually date within your own culture. So are you open to dating outside of your culture then? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Like,
I'm just
outside of your
open
race?
to
Yeah?
anyone, anything, as long
That's
as they have the same values and morals as me and treat me the way that I treat them.
Wait, what's your day in life like now?
I haven't gone on any dates for ages. I went on one date. This was probably last year. Yeah, December.
So it's been over 6 months.
Yeah.
Come on,
and
girl,
that
you
was the
know-
only date and that didn't go anywhere. He ghosted me. That's,
Oh.
yeah.
And
that's
before
like-
that was...
And then Cody was, the last.
Wow, so you've been on
last
one
guy.
date
Yeah.
since the whole of MAFS. It's been over 12 months.
I
in
know.
a one date.
I know.
Is that a choice,
Oh
baby?
my goodness.
Well, he was like the only one that kind of came up, I guess.
Hey. That's kind of messed up though, hey, because I'm like from my perspective,
Yeah.
a lot of people that come off the shows, man, like the DMs is crazy. Do you even go into like the requests or
I
anything?
do.
You sure
I
about
can
that?
happily show you.
I will look
I
out.
hear Chorus like popping off.
No, I had
Oh.
this one guy. Actually, it's a public comment. Everyone can go see it on my latest post. But this guy was like, "I just had a really bad heart attack, and I'm on the hospital bed, and I'm in recovery now. But I'm trying to push so hard to recover because my goal is to meet you one day because you're such an inspiration." And I was like,
I don't know.
That is
I'm-
sweet, man.
Is that bullshit or...
"No, I can show you
Oh,
for real."
oh.
Like this guy always comments on all my stuff. Like,
Oh, damn.
yeah.
Shit,
That
maybe
is-
you
So
should
I
give him
get
a
more
chance.
comments like that.
Maybe this is like a sign for you, like going, I don't know, like Rhea or
You need to get on the
I've
apps.
been
Tinder, the
rejected
Hinge.
by Rhea.
What?
Yeah.
Did you have a reference?
No.
Yeah, because apparently you need references.
Wait, did I have a? No, I didn't.
Are you on the apps though?
No, I can't do it.
Come on, girl.
Really?
I just got Hinge back like 3 days ago. You know what I mean?
Really?
How
I
do you
feel
get
like
on
it's
there?
different for guys.
Is it popping off?
It'd be
I'll show
definitely
you after
puffy.
this. I'll show you after this. Anyway.
Like the African Queen.
What? Wait, how did you?
She
Man,
listens
I
to
did,
really
I
do
did
listen
my
to this?
listens to the
research.
podcast.
Now you told her this, huh?
No,
I did my research. I swear to God.
Wait, maybe I did. Anyway,
It's
but
all like-
African Queen was a bit of a flop on my end. Anyway, she blocked me on
She
Instagram.
blocked you.
Oh, everybody's got their mouths open.
What was my...
Hey, we're interviewing
Speaking
Selina,
of
okay? It's not about me.
blocked, I just found out that 2 people from the latest season blocked me.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, who?
Bronte and Harrison. What
Harrison blocked me too.
the hell?
Yeah.
What warrants a block though? Like I feel like me and you in particular, we're not a part of the MAFS drama. So like, I'm like, why the hell?
I need
gonna
to
see
see if I'm blocked
I'm gonna see
too.
if Bronte blocked me.
We all
Why,
blocked.
It's named Bronte
why do you think?
Schofield, isn't it?
Did you go on like, wait, did you say something weird on like that
She
Yahoo
blocked me
thing?
too. Bronte blocked me too.
What?
What the fuck, Bronte?
What's going on?
Wow.
Have you spoken to Harrison before or something?
No, I
think
bumped into him, and you were at the Easter show with him.
Yeah.
I thought we were all chill.
I went to the Easter show with them.
And they were cool with you?
I'll tell you what, Bronte and Harrison are back together.
You reckon?
What?
Nah, hell no.
Bum,
Yeah.
bum,
You heard
bum.
it here That's it.
Serious?
Yeah, why? What else would they block us? You know what I mean?
Like both of them. That's so weird, don't you reckon?
Nah, but like, what the fuck do we have? Oh, well, I don't know just
I
yet.
tell you what, I think Bronte maybe feels like threatened by you, Selina.
No. Yeah, but the weird thing is we have each other on TikTok. Like, she still comments and likes on my stuff on TikTok, but then she's blocked me on Instagram. So I'm like, girl.
But watch, I'm so dramatic, just jump on
Harrison
this.
forced Bronte to block you.
Watch this be a headline
But
right now.
why?
This is going to be a headline right now.
Yeah, straight up.
I bring the spice, what can I say?
Maybe this might actually get me verified. I am not the one that's blocked. Please block me so I can get verified. I want to get in the drama. Ollie, get this shit. But yo, man, fuck, that is so weird. Wait. So, but like, you did watch this year's season of MAFS, right? And you kind of knew about them?
Yeah. But I met Harrison during filming. So I didn't know like who he was, but he was walking down the road with Ali. And then I was like, oh, hey, Ali. And then he was like, oh, this is Harrison. Like, they're filming now. And I'm like, oh, hey.
And then it was nice?
Yeah, he seemed nice. But, obviously, like, nothing had come out yet. They were still, like, in the mix of
Who's your most hated
filming.
cast member of this year's MAFS?
This year, like I said, I couldn't get past the retreat. It's just the sound effects and then hearing my producer's voice every now and then pop up. I'm like, the trauma.
Damn. A bit of PTSD, you reckon?
Hey?
A bit of PTSD, you reckon?
Oh, big time.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite MAFS cast member?
I reckon Ollie. Ollie was so
yeah,
funny.
he's
good.
Ollie's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
legend.
yeah.
Ollie
Yeah,
and
he's cool.
Tani, they're
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah, I was actually with him on the weekend, hey.
Oh,
Yeah, he
really?
was went for this Aya Van Houston event, like to go watch the NRL.
Yeah,
And I think it was
yeah.
actually Ollie's first NRL game, but he's such a sweet boy, man.
Yeah.
I love him so much. And he's got his own
Yeah.
podcast actually as well.
Yeah, I know. How cool. With
So now-
Rupert.
With Rupert. I love his ass so much.
So, Selina, you have a thing, which I didn't know until now, called Call a Bestie.
What kind of friend are you?
Oh!
I didn't know
Wait.
about this.
Did you actually just only find out this?
Yeah.
Elle.
So,
Well,
Crazy thing.
maybe I'll ask the
So-
question.
so what is this? Like, explain to me. 'cause
Okay, so
this is the first I'm hearing about
basically,
it.
as you all know, since I've moved to Sydney, I've done a little bit of soul searching. I haven't gone back to hairdressing because my body just cannot take it. My bunions are like, no, bitch, no. So then I don't know, I just went into a really deep hole. And it was like the universe just purged out all the like toxicity, people, places, and things that weren't serving me anymore. And I was like, oh my God, like normally when I'm in this hole, I can kind of snap back quicker. I'm like, what is it? Like, why am I not able to snap back out of this and get back into my normal Selina self? And then I was like, oh my God, it's not hairdressing that I miss, it's my clients that I miss. Because although whenever, because I started hairdressing when I was 17, so I didn't have that support even with hairdressing with my family. So every single time I'd go back home, no one would ask me how my day was or anything like that. But when I'd go to work and talk to my clients, that was like my therapy and it was their therapy as well.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, like that's what I miss. I miss having that one-on-one connection with like my clients. So how can I make that into like the world that I'm in now? So I created a hotline, so to speak, where it's like a one-on-one Zoom chat with me for 40 minutes just to chat.
Wow. And have you had like many people?
Yeah,
dial
it's
in?
been insane. That's why I've been just so busy and I'm just like overwhelmed with,
Really?
how
Oh my
much
gosh.
support and
Do
everyone.
you get like creepy guys? Like,
No, well, okay. I thought about this as well. So there's a massive like terms and conditions thing that gets sent to you before you finalize your booking, and that states like if if you're requesting for any nudes or me to do any inappropriate thing or anything that I don't feel personally comfortable with, like I'm allowed to just cut that Zoom like then and there.
and you take their money.
Well, yeah, it's a It's a service.
Oh, maybe you should just get rid of all the terms and conditions. And if they're like, oh, can I get a nude? Then you just like, oh, no, sorry, block. Bye.
No, don't do that. This is a hotline to like talk
help.
and to like
yeah, of course.
to like help people.
So what do people predominantly talk about then?
It's just everything.
Anything and everything?
Yeah, like I've obviously gone through a big breakup, as you all saw. So a lot of girls call up to talk about their their partners. They're like thinking about getting divorced. So
wow.
things that you would normally tell your barber and your hairdresser is what I get called.
Yo, that's pretty big though. But you know what though?
spoken
My other question is this, like, because I feel like I live a very, very social life as it is, right? And I
Yep.
feel like I never have a lot of time to be able to put that energy back in because it's a lot of
Yeah.
energy out. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
How do you then? What do you actually not? How about what do you do to then make sure that your cup is filled first? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before you know what I mean?
That's been a very tricky thing because the moment I did, I was like, yay! And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I forgot about how heavy that is as well to take on, everyone's
Most
like,
definitely, man.
You're like a therapist.
Well, yeah, that's what this whole thing's about. But like, it's some of the stuff's like heavy. I go from like doing a hair tutorial with a young girl to then talking about like a lady wanting to get divorced with her partner.
Wow.
And like all sorts. Like I won't even go into any details and obviously not name any names, but yeah. Then disconnecting from that, and then I'm obviously like I do it from home, obviously, and I'm like sitting there in all my thoughts, and I'm like, oh my god. So like I don't know, I'm thinking about adopting a puppy from the pound or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be good.
yeah.
That'd be really nice. But like so at the moment, have you started incorporating anything else? Like, because I know you do yoga.
Yes, my hot yoga. So I do that very religiously. That's been my saving grace. That's like my one place where I just practice and just get in my zen and just sweat it all out.
I like that, girl. But hey, man, listen, you're like the person for the job, man, because you know how to articulate yourself. You're very emotionally intelligent. So,
Thank you, sir.
listen, shout out to Call a Bestie. You know what I
Yes,
mean? This is
anyone-
the best
How
to
do
me.
people get in contact with you
So
through Call It
I
Bestie?
hate saying it, but the link's in my bio.
Hey, we got you.
Links in the
We'll definitely
bio,
show you
yeah.
around.
Yes. So if anyone wants to chat or they're just having a little shitty day or they
You think
want
about getting
to...
divorced?
Well, it doesn't
come to
have to be
Selina.
about that. It could
Oh.
be about anything.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, when you're feeling down and you're just like, oh, crap. Like, sometimes you don't want to turn to your friends and family because you're going to get, like, a lecture or you're going to get the same
100%.
spiel or you're
And
going to
it's
get,
fully
just leave him, girl. Like, that's
Yeah.
not helpful.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
man.
mean?
and it's
That's
fully
so true.
confidential.
100%. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Man, and like I think that's so important, like that you said that. Because like for me, I'm a firm believer of like having people that don't really tell you what you want to hear. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a
Yes.
lot of confronting things
Yes.
that will come with you asking for advice, and
Yep.
you may not get the right answer from some of your friends. You understand?
100%.
I've
Yep.
got like 3 or 4, actually 4 of my friends. Man, shout out to these guys, but and I literally call it like the round table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you guys are occasionally there too. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I think it's important, like for those people that don't have
Yes.
these tight 4s or tight 5s. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
tell you and give you the advice that like has actions. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, for example, for me, I used to have some of these friends that I used to go to, and they used to give me the most silliest advice. Like, it was like I was going through like a breakup with my ex,
Yeah.
and the advice like that I got from like one of these friends, man, he was just like, look, listen, plenty of fish in the sea, blah, blah, it's okay. You can get
Yeah.
over someone, you know what I mean? But just getting under somebody else, that kind of advice. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
exactly.
I think Call It Bestie is actually a very, very good platform for those people that don't feel like they get the advice that they,
Yeah.
actually need, especially from their parents.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
So
I think my life is so public, like people can see what I've done as well and how I've overcome it. So at least they can kind of connect with me in that way.
most definitely, man. Absolutely.
And people come back multiple times on Call It Bestie.
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm going to work on doing packages.
Oh, okay.
And obviously something for like students as well, because I'm struggling like charging that amount
Yeah.
for the
of
young
course.
ones.
Wow, yeah,
And how do
absolutely.
you remember their problems if they call back again?
I have notes.
Oh, wow.
I
You're
have
so
to.
onto it.
I have to.
I'd be the worst
But
at that at Call It Bestie.
Honestly, like I had to do that with hairdressing anyway.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
you
same.
would, because I've
Yeah.
come back and like with the hair, and you got to
Yeah.
remember
You'd be like, how's the
well,
dog, Margaret? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be the worst. I got the worst memory too. If someone on
No,
Call It
I
Bestie,
love it,
I get so
though.
sidetracked too.
Mhm.
I'd be like, oh, can this call just finish already?
Yeah, but because it's like Zoom, you're like looking at them. If it was a phone call, I'd just be like,
Call me crazy, but I actually feel like you're kind of exactly where you need to be right now because it's like you're actually in training when you're doing hairdressing for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Like
true.
I don't know, man, but they know me as like the mumbo jumbo weed universe, Scientology guy, Al, as you'd say. But yeah, listen, right place, right time.
Yeah, exactly. All in divine timing.
Absolutely.
Reality.
Well, listen, we've got this game also that we play that
Roll the dice.
You know it.
Best dicey, baby. Listen, just like Jumanji, when you enter, you can't leave. Okay,
All
so
right,
you know how it
done.
goes. We're gonna roll some dice.
Yep.
And we're gonna ask you a question that correlates with the number.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. 10?
All right, number 10. Oh, okay, here we go. Who from your cast of MAFS would you avoid if you saw them across a bar?
Oh, Daniel, 100%.
Daniel, really?
Holmes, however you say his
Holmes,
name.
yeah. Why Daniel?
I just can't stand the guy.
Wow.
During filming, like there's a lot of parts where you're segregated from the group and you're not allowed to talk to each other. Even if you're just like here and here, like we would do it anyway. We'd be like, oh, you got any chewies? Or like,
Yeah.
because like it's weird sitting in silence. And every single time without fail, I'd walk past him and be like, hey, Daniel. He just wouldn't respond.
Whoa.
Rude. Just like, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Not my type of person.
I wouldn't have thought that, yeah.
Shame on you, Daniel. Anyway, next question.
Next roll, yeah.
Next roll, I mean. My bad, baby.
6, 7, 8.
All right, here we go. Would you do another reality TV show? If so, which one?
I think I definitely would if it, I don't know, requires me to do something a little bit more challenging. Like dancing with the stars.
Ooh.
Dancing with the Stars, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about Survivor. That's a bit hectic for me.
Yeah,
But like a
wow.
challenge game of some sort.
No more dating shows?
Nah, definitely no more
What if
dating
they asked you to be
shows.
like the next Bachelorette?
Yeah, that maybe.
I think you'd suit that, the
I think you
Bachelorette.
killed it, eh?
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think you really would.
I think it would be
I'm just thinking it
entertaining.
now.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
You
you
should.
should. Bachelorette.
You already got the look.
Can you imagine that phone call to my mum? Mom.
Again?
You've got to meet 3 new guys. You got to pick which one.
It's like 24.
24, yeah. that's
24
it.
new guys.
Mom, help me give a rose to someone. All right, next roll.
6, 7, 8, 9.
9. What is your biggest fashion regret from your time on TV?
Oh, I don't know if it was just like the fashion then, but I wore so many like florals. Like so many floral. And obviously like my blonde hair and my blue contacts. I look back and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, to look back on it now and you're like, whoa, I'm so different.
Yeah, like so different.
Wow.
Do you regret all that?
Yeah, I do. But that's the thing. I'm so grateful for my experience because if it wasn't for that, I'd still be walking around like that thinking I was
Yeah,
hot.
true that.
Do you
Absolutely.
feel like your fashion's improved? Like for me, it's improved tenfold
Yeah,
since coming off the show.
100%.
Has yours the same
Yeah,
as
because
well?
me and you were like, what the hell? There's like stylists and stuff
Yeah.
for the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
All right, next roll.
3, 4, 5.
Ooh. So, we read in the press that Cody dumped you at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Correct.
Is this true?
Yes. So I reckon it would have been like 6, between 5 to 6. The sun was rising. So whenever that time is, we had, what was it, the final reunion dinner. And he was just being off and weird, but that was like kind of normal by that end of the experiment because he would call it switching off, which he did quite often, which in normal people's terms is called ignoring your significant other to the point where they're like, is it because I'm Asian?
Damn, man.
Yeah, so I just thought it was another one of those. And then I went over and I put my hand on top of his hand on his lap. And I'm like, hey, babe, you okay? And he was just like, oh. He like knee jerked his hand and was just like, I don't know, just reacted weird. And then I was like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm just going to call it.
What the?
And the sun was rising at that time. And then we had to film the actual reunion with the experts. And yeah.
So I was on the second last day of filming.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, so second last ever day of filming on the whole of MAFS, season of MAFS, got through the whole season,
Yep.
and then we had one more day
Yeah.
of filming after that,
Yes.
and that was the reunion.
With the experts.
Reunion. what they call it, commitment ceremony.
Yeah.
Where they show the videos of everyone's like
Yes.
life together and everything.
Yeah.
And that's when it happened.
I think the most brutal part was we had a Women's Day couples magazine shoot for the couples that made it. And because we had made it,
Oh yeah,
they didn't
'cause I got-
obviously
yeah.
like, accommodate for that.
Was
So
that
they obviously
awkward?
had paid. I bawled my eyes out. I
Oh,
was sitting
baby.
in like, what's that park down in Sydney?
Hyde Park.
Hyde Park. And I was like, and they were like wiping my tears and trying to shoot
Trying
us
to shoot-
sitting together at the
no
same
way,
time. I was like, oh my God.
Shit, I wish I made it to the end.
No.
That's what you got out of that? That's what you got out of
I
that?
wanted to be on Women's Weekly.
Women's Day?
Oh, Women's Day,
Weekly.
yeah.
I don't know, one of those.
But could you like kind of see it coming anyway? Like that you guys weren't really going to...
It was really hard because our relationship was so turbulent. Like when it was really good, and I'm sure he would agree as well, when it was really good, it was really, really good. But when it was bad, like I reckon Al was there for one of the big fights that we had like during Christmas time. Do you remember that? When we went to
yeah.
that neon party?
Yeah, I remember.
That
Yeah,
was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was a bad
So
fight.
I was seeing it like when it was bad, it
Yeah.
was really bad.
Man, I guess good riddance, right?
I wish him all the best. I heard that he got a girlfriend.
Ooh.
Yeah. Olivia was nice enough to leak that to me. But yeah, I don't. And then
How
crossed
did it-
paths since.
no.
lately?
I saw him, I think, briefly across the road at Fashion Week. We were like kind of sitting parallel
Yeah.
the runway.
Ah.
But that was it.
I'm sorry. I know that that's dicey, but I really need to know. How did Olivia let you know that this is weird?
So we were at Cyrell's party.
Ah.
And this was a time when like my life had turned into absolute shit. And I was telling everyone like, look, I'm pretty sensitive this week. Like I just had a really rough week. And then she decides then to tell me in front of like Daily Mail and Yahoo that Cody has found love.
Oh my God.
So, I'm just telling you, just because I'd rather you know now than find out from an article. And I'm like,
After you didn't disclose you having a bad week, man.
girl.
Come on, man.
But then Fashion Week, she walked up to me after she ignored me 3 times, actually. And I was like, hey, are we not talking anymore? And she's like, oh, sorry. Like, I already thought you said hi. And then she's like, oh, yeah, gossip. Cody and his girlfriend broke up. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that was quick.
But I don't know. Apparently it had been going on for a while.
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, God, I guess you don't look none of our goddamn business. We're still shining out here.
Exactly.
That's it,
Absolutely.
That's it. We're going to movie premieres. All right,
Free
time for
Let's go.
popcorn.
All right, next roll.
I think we got 2 more.
4, 5, 6.
Oh, this is a good one. Who from this year's MAFS would you have wanted to be paired with?
I don't know. I reckon like Ollie, I love Ollie. Like I think we would have he's like the you of this season. Do you know what I mean?
Right. He's actually said that. Producers said that to him.
Oh, no
apparently.
way, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think whatever would have happened between us, I think he would have been really respectful and we would have just had fun.
Yeah, no, he's very easygoing.
Yeah.
All right, last question.
2.
All right. What was the strangest part of the casting process to get onto MAFS?
The strangest. I think because I've done it so many times. I've done it with 3 shows now, 3 rounds of auditions,
It was like breathing.
but nothing was new anymore. But obviously when I did the first one with Love Island, I was a bit taken back with all the amount of STD checks and everything. And I'm like, damn, I haven't had sex in like forever.
But I still want to
I
know.
need to be checked.
Yeah, like they ask you like, are you sexually active?
Yeah,
I haven't had sex in like a year.
Yeah, no, seriously. Well, back then it was even longer.
And they're like, here's this cup.
Blood
cup.
test,
Now.
pee cup.
Did you have to like is it squat and cough or what's the one? You got to do the duck walk.
I don't remember doing that. I think my doctor's like, you're pretty fit, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like,
What's the duck walk?
The duck walk's like I don't know. It's weird. It's on like the one of the health checks you got to do.
Yeah.
Before going on the show, and you got to like walk like a duck.
you gotta like just
I thought
like a
I thought
ballerina.
it was a
just
joke.
like-
I was like, is
Yeah.
this a joke? Like you're squatting on the floor like a duck and walk and waddling.
just to show your mobility.
And there's a guy like watching you going, ticking it off, going, yep, you can do a duck walk.
What is that meant to... Well, that is weird. Why?
I don't know.
I'll just do the
just
spits
to
and
show
say,
your
how's that?
mobility. But do you know, in
It's
yoga,
just so normal now.
in
like-
yoga, not many people can do that squat.
Really?
Yeah.
And then if you can't duck walk, then you're not
can't get
capable.
You can't
That's some bullshit. But
Can't get
I mean,
mine.
what else?
Sorry.
What other physical stuff are you guys doing? Like you to be
I
tested
mean,
for
there was a
duck
lot
walk.
of sex toys. There was like a lot.
Huh?
In
Excuse me?
mass. You said what kind of physical activities?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was like,
that was
so
intimacy week.
with the duck walk, you need to be assessed with sex toys as well. I was like, God damn, I want to go on MAFS now.
That was probably the best thing that came out of the show.
The sex toys.
The humongous amount of sex toys that we got
Oh,
given.
did you keep yours?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
However, Cody took away the anal stimulator, the male anal stimulator. Hugo, he took that.
What? No
He actually
way.
took that mid-show and hid it and never brought it back out.
Wow. Did you guys use that on each other?
He wouldn't let me.
Oh, you want to stick a toy in his bumhole?
Yeah, man. I'm willing to try everything.
Hey,
Wow.
Try
yeah.
it once, at least.
Yeah.
But
God-
yeah, he was just not about any of the sex toys.
I'm just saying, God wasn't playing when they put that G spot in our ass, man. He was like, he was like,
Exactly.
whoop, would you look at that? Well, look, on that note, on that booty talk. So, man, thanks so much, man, for taking the time to come through, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. It's been amazing,
Thanks for having me.
Chaz.
And if you ever need a female co-host,
Hey,
Oh, of course.
And when we could literally just look like a Vegemite sandwich on the poster, right? And me in the middle. Yeah, like a reverse Oreo. Guys, thank you so much, guys, for listening. As always, if you guys want to see someone specific, please do email us at backtoreality@novapodcast.com.au. We'll continue to bring the vibes on a weekly.
And thank you so much for listening, guys. Wherever you're listening from, whether it's in your car, on your runs, or just listening on the toilets. I love you all and thank you again. And
Love you
I'll
guys.
see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
You.